Bada boom. I hadn't realised now you have the name Drone Clean as well as Posh Wash. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
I was thinking 1995 you started out. I'm guessing you had no idea this is where this kind of work would go, that you'd end up basically with a robot.
Yeah, no idea. And I suppose like over the years you have to innovate a little bit and you have to try and stay with the times, and this was kind of a natural progression. Took a lot of work to get there, but it was an idea that we came up with like a lot of people did during COVID. We were sitting at home a little bit, which didn't sit well with me because I don't like sitting down. So we kind of started looking at, myself and my wife Sharon started looking at other ways to clean. And
had you seen other people take this step? Because the drone idea is pretty new, I would think.
It's pretty new. There was one company in Norway. They had started doing a little bit, so we kind of looked at them and we talked to them about it as well, but they had a totally different setup than what we wanted to kind of achieve, because we wanted mainly window cleaning and soft washing of roofs and so on and so forth. Now there's a few more doing it around the world. Right. It's kind of taken off a little bit because it's getting really big because of the health and safety end of things, you know. You don't have lads hanging out of roofs, abseiling. Right. It does seem like a game changer. I would imagine that for a lot of large corporations, they would much rather go this route now than, as you say, just have somebody at risk up there who... Yeah, that's it. And it's the other big thing as well at the moment is the footprint, the carbon footprint, you know. So you have it, maybe 2 men on the drone cleaning the building, maybe the size of something like LinkedIn in Dublin, you know, where to clean that you'd need, you know, before the drones came on board you would have needed a lot of manpower, cherry pickers, hoists or whatever. Yeah, you mentioned like the Spire earlier and all that, just the budget they have to put in for these things is ferocious, whereas this would be 2-day job. 2-day job and you're in and out. Obviously it's not as easy as that. There's a lot of permit, legislation, red tape around it. Sure. The location's the thing, but that's developing all the time now as well, so it's getting better. Yeah. I don't know if you, in that 2.5 years that you were plotting, and I know you had to end up going to France to get the drone itself because the one here wasn't up for the weight. Was there any point you thought, oh, this is too much, I can't do this? Or I don't know if you ever kind of... I think that all the time. Look, it's a challenge, you know, and the thing is, like, if you give up, you'll never know. And we have challenges every day of the week with it. You know, we go to do something, we realise we can't because of X, Y and Z. So it's a challenge all the time. And then even when the drone is up in the air, there's things that we're trying to get, you know, make better and make more precise, whatever. So we're constantly working in the background. And there's a joy to it, I would imagine, when you realise, you know, when it does work, when you know that this is exactly what you wanted in the back of your mind when you started out 2.5 years ago. Yeah. This is what I was thinking of, and that must be great when you see something come together. Yeah, 100%. Like, because we were at it for about 1.5 years before we even done anything, and that first moment or the first job that we done, like, it was brilliant. It was a great sense of achievement, you know. But it's a bit like everything in life. Sometimes when you get to where you think you are, there's a lot more work. You know, you just have to keep working on it. Well, it's getting better and better at something until you know that it's just instinct all the way through. Exactly. And I know that you're using this now to pick up the kids from school too, which saves you a lot of time. So my little fella, the drone lands on the roof. He knows the drill. He knows the drill. Sits on top. Puts on his magnet jacket. And away he goes. You know, strap him down to the top of the drone. It's home in 5 minutes. It's great. This is all the traffic on the back road. So, do you have an idea that you know, within 5 years this will be standard, or do you think it's always going to be people looking for new ideas and new ways? It just seemed, as I said, like a perfect fit for this line of work. I think definitely over the next maybe 3 to 5 years, I'd say it'll be pretty much the norm. You know, it's heading that way in the cleaning industry. It's heading that way in the agricultural end of things as well. At the moment, as we all know, farmers are out with, you know, their big booms and they're spraying the fields, where drones are taking over that job now as well. You know, so definitely 3 to 5 years, that's all you'll see. Look at, they're getting there's deliveries going on in Dublin at the moment. There's like, it's a huge technology, and again, emphasising the safety around it. It's just a drone that's up in the air and not people's lives at risk, no matter what it is, you know.
I did mention you started in 1995.
30 years this year.
Wow. So I'm thinking that, would you have even imagined that it would grow this big, that it would become, you know, you've got to employ quite a few people and it'll probably keep growing, which is all very, very kind of sweet. But I don't know if you had any idea back then, oh, you know what, this is going to work.
No, I didn't. I suppose. I've just kind of winged it along at the start, and we went through, like everybody else, businesses are up and down, and you know, we had our recessions, then we had the Celtic Tiger, then we had COVID, and you always think all the way along that, what am I doing, why am I doing this?
Tell me about it.
But we've always just went back and went, right, okay, this is what we're going to do, this isn't working out, start again. Probably out of 30 years, we definitely started again after the crash, and definitely started again after COVID, you know. So it's stop start, but since COVID, it's, excuse the pun, it's really taken off, and then with the phone as well on top of that. So well,
congratulations, because it is a struggle to do any line of work, but certainly something as we say unpredictable as you know, you've got to deal with elements, you've got to deal with, as you said, recessions, lockdowns and all that, but the fact that you are kind of thriving after 30 years, pretty sweet.
And I only look like I'm 25.
That's the way. Hey!